Hi, I'm Commissioner Nancy Jester, and welcome to Nancy Jester Reports for Tuesday, December 12th, 2017. First of all, before I get started, I want to wish everyone Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and have a wonderful new year. This is our last board meeting. We had our last board meeting today, so we won't have any more updates for this year. So I want everyone to have a very safe and warm holiday season, and we'll see you certainly next year in 2018. But let me go over what we did today because it was a very busy day, as you would imagine, for our last meeting. I'm going to start out by reminding you something I said over the past couple of years many times. We still do not have a permanent CFO, or Director of Finance, in DeKalb County. And at the end of this year, on the 31st, it will be 2 full years that DeKalb County has not had a permanent CFO. And this has been an entire year of a new administration with not even a peek out of them about what they're going to do about that position. I will say that as the chair of the Finance, Audit, and Budget Committee, we have made great strides in how we are handling and managing financial matters in DeKalb County from a board's perspective. And I do like very much the approach the interim CFO has taken. She has worked with the committee and, of course, the administration to bring professional capacity into that department. She is reconciling things that haven't been taken care of for years. We are finally getting our audit more timely. We, as you might remember, 2 years ago, our audit was so late, it was just unforgivable. So she's working through and eliminating a lot of the problems and findings that we've had in audits in the past. So I commend her. I think she's doing a good job. What I can't figure out is why she hasn't been made permanent. We certainly need a permanent CFO. So now, and that would be a big highlight for this year as we close it. On to what we did in your Board of Commissioners meeting today. I'm going to go ahead and say a couple of really big things that we did. We have gotten a lot of feedback, emails, calls, and media attention about rolling back the hours of operation for late night establishments. We absolutely took care of that today. We did roll them back, so we rolled it back to 2 a.m. with Thursday, Friday, and Saturdays going to 2:30 a.m. So it had been essentially 4 a.m., so that's a significant curtailment of those late night establishment hours. I'm very happy about that. We've had a number of issues with late night establishments really encroaching on neighborhoods and interfering with quality of life issues there. So I want to thank everyone who's reached out to me on that topic. We have gotten the job done, so I'm looking forward to that quality of life improvement all across DeKalb. So I'm going to go through your agenda. So we met and had many things that we went over today. We had a few traffic calming petitions that we were able to get done. Again, we rolled back the late night establishment hours. We amended our fences, walls, and retaining wall. Part of our ordinances on that. So if you have any interest in knowing about that, please contact my office and we'll get those changes to you. We were able to approve an expenditure of District 1 park bond money to the City of Brookhaven. I was able to allocate from District 1 a little over $353,000 to purchase a piece of property on Remington Road in Brookhaven. So they added that property to park space, so I'm very excited about that, and that was officially approved. We did some intergovernmental agreements with Dunwoody and Tucker regarding fire services. Nothing really earth-shattering or big changes there, just sort of perfunctory agreements. Let's see, we accepted some grant monies for the court system. Our mini grants went out for human services, so that was positive. We have $617,000 basically in HUD funding that we receive that we give in micro grants to various applicants for those grants. Let's see. Going through here, we had a number of ratifications of or approvals of contracts for various things from radio equipment and police cameras, networking equipment. So we had a lot of those loose ends to tie up. On the sort of the bigger side of things, we had a lobbying services contract that for federal and state lobbying, and it had been awarded to one firm. What we did was we split it in two instead of just, because we didn't have a lot of competition, we only had one bid on that. So we took it and went ahead and awarded the state, because we're about to enter the legislative session for the state. So we awarded it to one vendor there, and we will probably go out and rebid the federal contract soon. We're going to do a month-to-month with our current vendor on that for the time being, but we need to get more competition going there. We also deferred a rather large change order to CH2M Hill for consent decree program management. We've got a lot more to do to vet that change order. We did go ahead and agree to pay them the monies that they're owed for work they have already done, and any that they're going to be doing through February. But we need more time to talk about that change order, because it is a large change order and it affects the very important consent decree, which, as you know, it's a federal order that we're under to fix our sewer system, and they're the program manager for that. Again, a number of expenditures for public works, everything from tires to sewer flow monitors and the like, and those were the highlights. We had a number of other interesting, what we call walk-ons. Again, it was a very busy full day. So these are agenda items that are brought on at the commission that weren't previously on our agenda. Commissioner Marita Davis Johnson brought on a resolution that was deferred, so we'll be dealing with it next year, to relocate the Confederate monument. That's deferred, so that'll be discussed in committee. I had voted originally against that process, and I'm not in favor of moving it, but that process will be going forward next year. We also were able to approve an agenda item so that we will be in compliance with House Bill 146, which means that we have to buy cancer and long-term disability coverage for firefighters in a special format. So we did that. Like I said, I told you we rolled back the late night establishment hours. Let's see, what else did we do? We had to adopt a resolution that emphasized the intent regarding the food exemption on SPLOST. We were asked to do that by the Revenue Commissioner, just to tighten that up so that they know how to account for that going forward when the SPLOST is implemented in April of 2018, so that they have clarity. We conveyed the Tucker Rec Center to the City of Tucker. They wanted us to go ahead and do that. That fell under the statute that covers the transfer of parks to cities, newly formed cities. So that was conveyed to them so they can start programming fun things for everyone to do at the Tucker Rec Center. District 7 approved $100,000 to go to the Henderson Park list of projects that they're working on. You may remember that District 1, we allocated over $700,000 to Henderson Park.